Welcome back to Skullman's Happy Place. On this episode, we're going to be looking at the Fandu's Imperfect Andre the Giant Belt. And we're going to dig real deep into the plates, and we're going to find out where the imperfect places are on this belt. And I'm going to give my recommendation on it. So prior to making the video, I've taken the plates off of the strap. So we're going to start with this belt tip right here. The belt tip, this is the front of it. Very beautiful belt tip. Don't see any issues with it whatsoever. So that part is good. Getting to the back side of the belt tip, the only problem I can find is right long up in there, which is extremely fair for Fandu to price the belt as cheap as they did. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what I paid for this belt. I bought this through the Fandu summer sale. It was $199, $219 out the door, shipped to my house. So, looking at the plates, extremely close, and I am going to be as fair as I can be. These marks that are up in here, I'm not counting those as an imperfection because I do believe we just have to clean it a little bit. So Q-tip will work for that. And you know, you just got to get up into those corners real good. But we're not going to count that, like I say, as a imperfection. But what I did find was sometimes when you can't find the imperfection in a Fandu belt, you have to take the plates off. Watch this. See this one? Watch this one. Okay, but it fitted perfectly onto this strap right here. So there's no problem with that, but that would be one of your imperfections that the makers over at Fandu look at, and they are right. Other companies will still sell this as perfect and will charge you an outrageous price for it being perfect. But you know, just looking at these, man, don't these look like little picture frames with pictures on the inside of them? It's just nice, you know. Just talking off subject. Another spot that I found on this one was in the paintwork. You see the green in the flag right here? Okay, let's compare that to the green in the flag here. See how much more shinier and clearer that is, which is not a problem for me at all, because if you take this belt and we look at both of those greens, it's hard to see it on camera, but usually going to be displayed and you can't even tell. So do not let that discourage you from getting a imperfect belt from Fandu. You can clearly see the letters USSR, Italy, Mexico, and the United States, Canada, Japan, United Kingdom, and Australia. So let's get to the main plate on this belt. And mind you, if you all have heard in some of my past videos, I have had a all gold, and the only spot that I found on it was, I believe it was right on the African continent. It was just like one little bead. But other than that, I didn't find anything else with it. Now, this one does have some plating issues with it. As you can see, up into our area here. There you go. Right there. You see it now? Right over by your eagle. But that is not a bad deal, because I've bought brand new belts from shop that has had worse issues than this that was sold brand new, and I just didn't want to go through the hassle of sending that particular belt back. So I apologize. So I did find one imperfection, another one at the bottom of the plate right here, which for right now that does not make a difference because it's going to be inside of a belt stand, on a belt stand, or either inside of a belt case, and more than likely it's going to be right inside of this one here, right up under the dual plated Andre from shop. And I will be doing a comparison video just looking at the in-depth and etching of the plates and the flocks on the feathers and all of that good stuff. So back to what we are here for at hand. Just looking at this extremely deeper, there are really not too bad on this belt right here, especially for what you're paying for. So like I said, once again, if you back it up, you don't see it. And a lot of your belts in your belt rooms and things like that are just sitting up and sitting out. So let's look at the back of this. So this is one solid plate that Fandu does, and it may make sense as to why their belts are so darn heavy. You know, even these, same thing. You know, so as you can see how it's gonna buckle out here and here, and this is usually where we as hobbyists would measure the thickness of a plate. So Fandu did really good on being fair on what they give us for our plates. So you can see where they put the eagle in at. So this is honestly a very well put together belt. For what Fandu is offering with their Imperfect belts, and you never know what you're going to get, but I don't think Fandu will send you anything that looks like crap. You know what I'm saying? Complete just garbage. So they because, you know, I do believe that they understand that you are out here spending your own money. So your money is hard earned, and like I say, man, this is still an extremely nice belt. I have yet to get anything from Fandu where I would be disappointed in. One thing that I do suggest, they have gotten a whole lot better with their non-leather strap. This is nice, you know, as far as it is for the Andre, for it to not be leather now. My dome globe and my backling belt are on real leather, and the screws are covered up there. This is what the back of this belt strap looks like, and I do believe that Fandu does offer real leather, their version of real leather send out straps for your belt. So like I say, man, they give you a whole lot of different options, very affordable options and things like that. So, you know, you can actually upgrade your belt at a later date if that's what you feel like doing. So what is my recommendation on purchasing a Imperfect Fandu belt? We're looking at this one. If this is considered imperfect, and I have never owned a perfect belt from Fandu, can you imagine what that belts look like? Especially for the ones that don't have one like me, or don't even have a Fandu belt at all, I would say go ahead, catch them when they put these things out here on sale, which there's always usually a great sale on them. I would buy the belt. I would buy another Imperfect from Fandu. So you can't go wrong with getting yourself a Imperfect Fandu belt. And I think we're going to wrap this on up right here. This has been Skullman. And if you like this video, click like, tell somebody, and subscribe to Skullman Belts. Thank you for watching.